welcome to Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First, episode 171. This Saturday, the 3rd day of March 2018. My names are Dr. Jerry the First Oguzie, and today I am looking at the topic, one major route to waste a life. You may wonder what I mean by waste a life, and I'll tell you. We are brought into this world for a specific purpose. We are given life that we might achieve that purpose. We are imbued with tools and skills we need to achieve that purpose. And if we fail to achieve it, that life is wasted. And this does not only apply to those who failed to rise above the circumstances of their lowly birth to achieve their purpose in life, but also to everyone who was put in a position of trust for the betterment of the society, but who instead squandered that opportunity for the betterment of his pocket. So let's cut to the chase. What we truly need to do is often what we most often feel like avoiding. And this is a harsh reality. But if we don't go after what we want, we will never get it. If we don't ask the right questions, we'll always get the wrong answers. If we don't even ask at all, the answer will always be no. Now, if we don't take a step forward, we're always going to be standing in the same exact place. Life is a journey comprised of small steps. The key is to take these steps every single day. We know this already, right? If you're an adult. Yet, how often are we stuck in a cycle of worry, fear, and other forms of overthinking? How often are we aimlessly distracted? And how often do we procrastinate? To become reasonably proficient at getting things done with minimal distraction and procrastination, one needs to consistently work on his mindfulness and time management habits. To practice mindfulness means to be present in the present and not to be worrying about the past that cannot be helped, not to be daydreaming about the future which no one has control over. By cultivating the habits of mindfulness, presence, and focus, one can become a highly effective person, irrespective of the distractions there may be. This might seem like a lot, but it happens one step at a time. And when these habits are lacking in one's life, one becomes a mass of messy circumstance, highly ineffective, and unable to live the purpose for which he was brought into this world. And so, that habit that makes it easy to waste a life and just make so much motion but no movement is lack of self-discipline. We waste our lives with a lack of self-discipline. Self-discipline is a skill. It is the ability to focus and overcome distractions. It involves acting according to what you know is right instead of how you feel in the moment. Perchance you are tired or lazy. It typically requires sacrificing immediate pleasure and excitement for what matters most in life. A lack of self-discipline for most of us is often the result of a lack of focus. In other words, we tell ourselves we're going to work on something, but then we don't. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for your inability to rise up from the ash of your poor parental background, even though you are very much aware of its detrimental impact on you. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for you being perpetually broke, even though you are a monthly income earner. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for you still being unable to lose that extra pounds you're carrying because you continue to do those things which you ought not to be doing, fully conscious that you aren't supposed to be doing them. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for you stealing money that does not belong to you while serving in public office, knowing fully well that karma is a bitch. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for you being absent in the present and continually dreaming of a better tomorrow while doing nothing now for it. Lack of self-discipline is responsible for you sitting down with hands folded across your chest and expecting the world to answer you when you have not put yourself to the test. I can go on and on and on, but suffice it to say that whatever we are failed to, not necessarily because we are not able to do, But because we postulate, we procrastinate, we rationalize, we play the blame game, we look for a scapegoat, it's a result of lack of self-discipline. Because we are human, we may not be self-disciplined all the time. I have also been attacked by the virus of lack of self-discipline. But when this happens to me, first and foremost, I forgive myself for messing up. And then I strive to be mindful about what is really going on. And I ask myself these questions. Am I procrastinating for some reason? Why am I being distracted? But instead of telling myself that I am bad or indisciplined or undisciplined, I try to productively uncover a more specific, solvable problem and then address it. But what do you do if your life is in complete disarray? You have hardly any self-discipline or consistent routines. You can't stick to anything. You procrastinate constantly and feel completely out of control. How do you get started with building a healthy ritual of self-discipline when you have so many changes to make? The answer is simple. You start small. Very small indeed. If you don't know where to start, let me suggest that you start by simply washing your dishes. Yes, I mean literally washing your dishes. It's just one small step forward. When you eat your oatmeal or whatever it is you have eaten, either for supper, wash your bowl and the spoon. Don't keep them in the sink. When you finish drinking your morning coffee, rinse the coffee pot, rinse the mug, rinse the spoon that you used. Don't leave any dirty dishes in the sink or on the counter for later. Wash them immediately. Form this ritual, one dish at a time, one day at a time. Once you do this consistently for a couple of weeks, you can start making sure that the sink has been wiped clean too, then the counter. Then put your clothes where they belong when you take them off. Then start doing a few sit-ups every morning. Eat a few vegetables for dinner, and so forth and so on. Do one of these at a time, and you will start to build a healthy ritual of self-discipline. And finally, know yourself to be capable of doing what must be done and finishing what you have started. But again, for right now, just wash your dishes. Be mindful about it and do it with a smile. Until I come your way again, this is Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First. This program is powered by Top Media and Communication Nigeria. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening to this broadcast today. It would please us to no end if you continue to visit our podcast. And so to be able to do that, kindly click on the red subscribe button towards your right to subscribe to our channel. In the same vein, also click on the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can always receive the notification for any new podcast we upload. Also give us a thumb up to like this podcast. These help us to grow. And do help us share the podcast to your friends in the different social media sites you belong to. Click on the share tab just below the podcast and share directly from there. The full text of this podcast is on our blog, and would you want to read it, kindly visit the blog. We have a Facebook page where we also post our podcast on a daily basis. If you're on Facebook, kindly like our Facebook page. The links to our blog and our Facebook page are in the description box right below. Thank you for your attention. Do have a very nice day.